It'll just be nice to not have jank right here in the front. Good afternoon, beautiful people. Another day, another project. So if you guys remember, we're building a roof over our roof. Part of our mobile home addition, we're putting a roof over this thing just so the whole project doesn't look kind of rinky-dink. It's gonna be one new roof over everything, and I'll trim it out to make it look nice. We originally were gonna connect the roof to this roof, and the county said, gotta get an engineer to sign off on that first. And rather than do that, it's like, well, what can we do? And they're like, plant posts, build a roof over the roof. Like, yeah, we'll go with that. That's quick and easy, no problem. So that's what we're doing today. We're getting, as you can see over there on the truck, on the trailer, I have a whole bunch of concrete. Brett's grabbing me a chainsaw so I can take care of those bush shrub things. That's called a sumac. It produces these little berries. I guess that's where pink lemonade is from. This will be like the third time I've cut them down and they keep coming back. Apparently they coppice well, so we'll just cut them down again. I'll probably haul them out of the way and wood chip them or something like that. I know I'll have the tractor out anyway, so it won't be a big deal to just beat them in the wood chipper. I already got it on the tractor right now, so. All right, that's enough yakking. Let's get busy. All right, I'm gonna get the tractor over here and see if I can get that root out of the way. I'm trying not to disturb too much soil. That way I don't, because you know, you disturb your soil, you gotta dig down until you're on undisturbed soil when you pour concrete, and this is gonna be supporting the roof. So, trying not to mess up too much dirt, but there's a big stinking root that's gotta come out. Alright, that's about all I care to tear this up over here. I got that root mostly out. I think we can yank it out by hand. And I don't think I went too deep. So I can dig my little footer right here. Okie dokie. Pardon the tractor noises. We were getting ready to start digging. And I checked the weather because I was looking at the clouds going, that looks like we're going to get a thunderstorm. We are. It's headed right for us. In fact, it's almost here. So, we are going to stack all of our concrete on just the one pallet and get it tarped so it doesn't get ruined. What you think? You hear all that thunder? Glad we came inside. Driveway might look a little different. Behind the trailer over there, you can see a massive pile of gravel. I took about a foot of gravel off of our driveway right here. You can see how much we took out. And I guess what the people who had been here before did was anytime the grass grew through the gravel, they brought in a load of gravel, and to keep it from, you know, sloping off that way, they put 4x4s and used rebar to put them in the ground and make like a border. Well, over the years, it got 3 4x4s tall, and basically made a horrible spot to catch water. And so it's been bothering me. So I got in here with the tractor, and it took me a day and a half of scraping gravel out of here, and I finally got down to clay, a foot down, and was able to get it to where now water drains from the house to the middle of the driveway and then leaves this way. That was kind of an intermission between all this and between the rainstorms that we've been having. Now we're back to it. We've had to vacuum out water out of these holes because of the amount of rain we've had, and it looks like today and tomorrow we're not supposed to get much rain. So we're gonna make hay while the sun shines, or pour concrete while it's not raining.
Yeah.
So something I'm super excited for is we're gonna rip those janky steps down. Those were the steps from the back of the mobile home. And we just threw them up there and, you know, good enough. We're sick of looking at them. So on this end, I'm gonna build a gable and a front deck. It's only gonna come out 5 feet because I need driveway space because it's kind of tight in here with the well house and then, you know, obviously deck. But we'll have a 5 foot by 8 foot deck in the front. We mainly go in the house through the deck on the back. So it'll just be nice to not have jank right here in the front. Are you coming out to hang out while I'm doing some housekeeping? Here, let's close it so the flies don't get in. It's a new day, new t-shirt. Figured I'd come out here and do some housekeeping because we got some stuff coming up. And we have been so just slammed full of this house build. We've kind of neglected to talk about various events coming up. Are you climbing up? You gonna come sit with me while we do housekeeping? Yeah. All right, so the first order of business, at the end of last week, we went and hung out with Justin Rhodes up at his place. Boys were swimming and having a grand old time. If anybody of you watches his channel, you know he had to cull his bull. He had approached me before he did it and said, hey, is this something you could teach a class on? He goes, it would be a way for us to get beef. It'd be a way for us to deal with this animal. Is this something you could do? I was like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got a lot going on, but I mean, it's just one day. Like, that'd be fun. Plus, if you guys have watched for any amount of time, you know I enjoy butchering. I think it is a invaluable trade to learn. So, if you are interested, this is just the animal breakdown portion, how to get your steaks into the freezer. This beef class is available both online and in person. And I realize this is really short notice. It's the 26th of August. So we're like, at the time of recording this, we're like, what, 9-10 days away? Something like that. If you are so inclined and you want to do in person, go to abundanceplus.com. You can find out more information, tickets and all that. If you can't, there is an online version. We're going to live stream it while I'm teaching the class, which will be interesting. Like, it's one thing to teach to, you know, a group of people standing around. It's an entirely different thing live streaming it to the internet. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If you guys are interested, check it out. abundanceplus.com. On to the next bit of housekeeping. Also the same week as that class I'm teaching, there's the Homesteaders United Jamboree. We went last year. It was really cool. It was really fun. This year it is out in Concord, North Carolina. It'll be August 28th and 30th. It's going to be a good time. We're going to go one of those days. I'm not sure which. Probably be the first day. I don't know. We'll see. That remains to be seen. But we are going to be there. We'd love to meet anybody who comes out to the event. It's going to be a blast. Hope the weather holds out and doesn't dump on us. If you guys are interested in getting tickets to that, we have a code Hollar50. Go to homesteadersunited.com, I think is the website. Meg will put all of that stuff in the description. Just check for links. There's links for everything. One more thing. In September, next month, which is rolling up pretty quick because here we are. We're heading into the end of August already and feels like we just started August. Homesteading-ish. Troy from Red Tool House hit us up, gosh, months and months ago and was like, hey, would you guys be interested in speaking at this event we're putting on? It's like, sure, why not? So that event is in Charleston, West Virginia, and that's September 12th and 13th. There's still tickets available if you are interested. I am actually speaking about that. I'm speaking on kind of the journey of why I got into homesteading. It's kind of a heavy subject in the grand scheme of things. So looking forward to seeing anybody who wants to come to that event. I'm excited to go to West Virginia. I liked West Virginia when we were traveling through, when we were on our big road trip. So it'll be cool to go back and see it. I think that does it for housekeeping. I'm gonna get out here and continue working on the house. I'm hoping this week we can get pretty close, if not getting the roof on. It's kind of hard. I feel like all I've been doing is just setting the camera up and working. I haven't sat down and talked to the camera, talked to you guys in quite a while. It's kind of cool. And it's kind of cool that I have a porch swing and a porch that I can do this on. Usually I'm standing squinting into the sun. So as you guys saw, we poured concrete yesterday. We are now pulling off forms and stakes and everything so we don't trip and fall and die while we're working up here. So we're gonna get this mess cleaned up, get the forms out of the way, all that good stuff. And then I've got to attach a cleat up top that will tie our posts to the building. We don't necessarily need that. It just makes me feel good, so I'm gonna do it. Once we get our posts up, then we can begin putting our beam up. We got all of our lumber last week that we need for this side. It's all sitting out here in the driveway. It's way down there at the end. Everything's ready. We just have to do the work. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna set the camera up. Not a whole lot of talking, and we're just gonna get her done. Took the drip edge off all the way down. Jack's coming down the ladder, so he just finished putting the roof back. We had to take a row of screws out of the roof so we could pull the roof up enough to get the nails out, to get the drip edge out. Quite a hassle. Got it done all before lunch. I think I'm gonna go inside and change my shirt because this shirt is soaking wet. It's about 90 today and humid, very humid. We had all that rain last week and it shows. It is like a swamp out here. But it's all right, we'll keep plugging along. Soon, very soon. I'm thinking this week we're not supposed to get very much rain. Knock on wood, it's North Carolina, it rains all the time. So, if it happens, it happens. Next, I'm gonna get my little cleat on and then we can put our posts on. Once we get our posts on, then we'll notch them, put our beam up, and we're ready to start doing roof rafters. Wow. I was actually dreading this portion because I knew it was fiddly. It's gonna be really fiddly and just time consuming, but it hasn't been that bad. Well, I guess we gotta cut foam and then put up tape. We're gonna put some flashing tape. That way we don't ruin our waterproof barrier that we've got going on. So we're gonna go eat lunch and then we'll get back to it. right, we are actually as far as I was hoping we would get ish. I was actually hoping we'd get a few posts set, but tonight is the Homestead Shop Talk podcast record night, so we're gonna go in, get cleaned up, eat some dinner, and then I'll sit down with the fellas and record that podcast. So this is where we're knocking off tonight. It's a little bit early, but I'll be glad to get out of the heat. All right, so if you guys remember, check out the links in the description for various events coming up, and that cow butchering workshop. That's going to be fun. I hope there are still spots available by the time this video comes out. That's about a week and a half away, so stay tuned. And if you guys are loving the build, stay tuned. We got a bunch more to go. I am super excited with everything we got going on. It's coming along nicely. So with that said, I'll catch you guys on the next one.